Once you have marked your tube valve hole location using a center punch, mark the spot. Then using a smaller drill bit, drill your pilot hole. Then using your 8mm drill bit, re-drill the pilot hole. Now using either a deburring tool or a larger drill bit, deburr the outside of the hole deep enough to receive the tube's O-ring, and then clean up the surface on the inside. This can be done with a larger drill bit. Now, you must make sure that the edge of the wheel is clean and smooth. File down any rough edges. Make sure the wheel surface is clean and free of rust if you are refitting an old wheel. With the French chalk provided, use plenty all over the inner tube. Also use plenty inside your case. Firstly, drop the back or first bead onto your rim. Using blocks can assist with working space when working on your tyre and wheel installation. Now, making sure you know the position of the seam or the tag on the bead lock, place the first bead or the bead lock case in and over the edge of the rim. Now, what you need to do here is make sure that the seam or the tag is opposite your valve stem hole. This will assist with the balance of the bead lock. Now, placing your tube with your valve stem in line or above where you drilled your hole, carefully insert the tube, making sure again that you're not going to catch on any sharp surfaces on the wheel. Now place the tube valve stem through the hole drilled. Now place your O-ring, your washer and your nut over the valve stem and just finger tighten. You do not need to tighten this all the way down just yet. Now start to ease the top and final bead of the bead lock over the edge of the rim. When doing this, make sure you use the drop center of the wheel to help assist with the fit of the bead. Now just run your hand around the inside edge and make sure that the bead is sitting flat and there's nothing folded underneath. Now, with the air channel provided, remove your washer and your nut and place the air channel in behind the valve stem hole. Pull this through, place your washer and your nut back on and then tighten this up. Now lift the tyre up over the pouch. Now pull the tyre back and check that the tube is not caught between the pouch and the rim. It needs to be free of any restriction as shown here. Now when putting the final tyre bead onto your rim, you must start just in front of the air channel valve stem and finish just in front. Starting behind forces the tyre bead down further onto the pouch. Add air to the beadlock, up to 50 psi, no more. If all the tyre beads have not popped onto the rim, add air to the tyre until they pop. Check both back and front to see that your beads have popped on the tyre correctly. Then tighten your tube valve stem and add approximately 20 psi to your tyre. Then remove the air channel valve core and check for airflow. Make sure it's not restricted. Then deflate your internal beadlock by removing the valve core also. This allows the beadlock to settle in its right position, so it's important that this is done. Then replace the valve core and reinflate to 50 psi. Then do the same with your air channel hole and inflate your tyre to the desired tyre pressure. Before breaking your tyre beads, please make sure you have removed both valve cores and the nut and washer from your air channel valve stems. When breaking the tyre beads, do not use the bead breaking tool in line with the tube and valve core stems. The same applies when using manual tyre irons. Be careful when removing your top bead. Make sure that the tyre irons do not come in contact with the tube underneath the beadlock case. Always make sure you remove your air pouch, air channel before proceeding. Again, the same applies when using manual tyre irons. Be careful not to pinch the tube. While working manually, again, using blocks helps with working space and makes it easier to pull out the beadlock case.